Hi, my name is Robert Hewitt Wolfe, and I am a television writer by trade. And you may have seen some of my writing on shows like Star Trek The Next Generation, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, the 4400, Alphas, and most recently Elementary. But today I'm here to talk about my third novel, The Final Drop, which is the third and concluding book of the Billy Smith and the Goblins trilogy, which is a series about Billy Smith, the title character, a kid who's never really fit in anywhere. He's moved around his whole life. He's mixed race. He's never felt like he belonged anywhere. And on the first day of high school in a new town, he and two other students are magically transported to another world. It's him, Lexi Aquino, who's the girl he sort of falls for on the first day of school, and Kurt Novak, who's the high school quarterback and a bit of a bully. Anyway, the three of them arrive in this world where a human kingdom, the Honorians, have just fought this giant war against a nation of goblins, and the goblins have lost. But it's the goblins who save Billy and his friends because they have a prophecy that whenever they're in trouble, whenever they're in dire straits, a human child will appear in the caverns beneath their city, become their king, and save them. And the goblins are in a lot of trouble in the first book because the humans, the Honorians, have decided to commit genocide and just wipe them all out. So in the first book, which is called The Goblin Crown, Billy earns the Goblin Crown and becomes the Goblin King. And in the second book, The Fallen Star, Billy and his friends defend the Goblin city, Kirinok, against the invading human armies at great cost. In the third book, Billy decides he's going to try to end the war once and for all, and he goes with Kurt to Grand Honor, the Honorian capital, and he brings with him a potion called the Final Drop. There's only one of them in the entire world, and this potion, if given to a wizard, strips them of all their abilities. And Billy is hoping to give this potion to trick the main Honorian wizard, Mig, into drinking this potion. Meanwhile, back in Kirinok, the Goblin City, Hop, their main goblin friend, who's this sort of one-eared war veteran, very cowardly, but tends to rise to the occasion, is trying to rally the goblins, who've just fought this devastating battle. Lexi is there, and she used a tremendous amount. In this world, she's a wizard, and she used a tremendous amount of magic in the final battle of the Fallen Star, and she is losing control of her abilities, and it looks like she may be going insane. And in the middle of all of that, the wizardess and prophetess who started the war in the first place, this elf called the Dark Lady, who everyone thought was dead, reappears in Kirinok, and she's determined to make the goblins fight yet another war against the humans, yet another doomed war. And to make them fight, she uses her magic, and she raises from the dead. She raises from the dead everyone who's fought in the previous battle as skeletons, and she uses the skeletons to herd the goblins towards Grand Honor, where Billy is unaware that any of this is happening and is about to give the final drop to Mig, not knowing that Lexi may need it to become sane again, and the final drop may be the only way to stop the Dark Lady. So I'm very excited for people to read these books, especially this third book. I'm very proud of it. I think it's a great ending to this series, and anyone who's read the first two books will really enjoy it. And I just saw some of the cover art by Tom Fowler, who did the cover art in the first two books, and he knocks it out of the park as always. And the third book has giant battles and all kinds of great action sequences and swashbuckling and daring do and wizards and giant flying bats and skeleton armies and all kinds of great stuff. It also has, I think, some really great characters at the heart of it, and some really great. It's a great story with terrific themes. It's aimed at kids 10 to 14, but I've had lots of adults who've read the first two books and loved them. So I hope everybody checks these books out. I'm very excited for them to come out. I think they're coming out. The third book is coming out this summer. So please do read and enjoy The Final Drop, and thanks for your time.